Hi, mystery writers. Welcome to the studio. And today I want to talk about unpacking your supporting characters. So I thought I'd make it real and unbox my new delivery. And packed inside is a bit about the producer, a postcard just for fun, a couple of recipes, and ta-da! What I ordered, polenta. And the reason I wanted to do that was that you're going to give your readers some extras about your supporting characters. Like, I think that's what I wanted to stress today. So your supporting characters aren't flat, because every character in your story is a person as far as your reader is concerned. And the supporting characters have a very important role in your mystery, because their role is to provide conflict for your detective. That's their role, that's their story role. Um, to confound and confuse and lie and make trouble for your protagonist, and they enhance the story context and color how your story is revealed, how your mystery is revealed. So, the place to start with your supporting characters is the Character Bible. The Character Bible is the place where you keep all the details for every character in your story. It can be handwritten sheets in a binder, or character development section of a writing software program, or character notes in your own writing software. The important action is to keep track of all the details for each character, so they don't change their hair, eye color halfway through the story because you forgot. That's one reason. And the other reason is you want to really keep track of how those supporting characters fulfill their story role. Um, so your character Bible is like your own personal reference work that you create to save all the character details. So if you don't have a character Bible now, I suggest that you create one however you want to do it, so you can keep track of every single character in your story. More important for you as the writer is what you need to know about your characters. Uh, the most important aspect of your character is how they move the story. That's their job. Their job is to move the story forward. Um, Writer director Adam Skelter calls it the context, and I really like that. Um, you want to define the situation the character deals with in the story, so you know their personal conflict. And for mystery writers, the context is how a character impacts the detective's attempt to solve the mystery. That's their job. How do they impact your detective's search for the truth, as it were? So details like height, hair color, and carriage are really icing on the cake. Readers love details because they heighten the presence of the character and make them real. But if you change your character's hair color, and you can, it won't impact their influence on your detective. That is their most important story role, their job in the story. So you need to know each character's intention. Um, that's why their secrets and lies are important in your mystery. The lies lead your detective to create false paths on their trail of discovery, and these lies create conflict for your story, for your character. A story is not a story without conflict, so we want lots of conflict. And the more frustrations and problems you throw at your detective, the more they'll have a difficult time solving the crime, and so will your readers, right? Your readers are there to try and solve the mystery. Our job is to keep them from actually solving it until the end, okay? So most character creation guides and tools start with the physical details, and that's nice to know, but I think they start beginning writers backwards, all right? The first thing you need to know about each character is how they work in this story. Knowing this prime aspect for each character will prevent you from having too many characters or uh, going off story by emphasizing a minor character because they're intriguing or fun to write about. Those are two problems that beginning writers often have. So just make sure you know each character's context. What's their job in the story? So just as each scene must move the story forward, each character must impact the detective in their search to discover the murderer. So once you know the character's role in the story, then you can build their background. So first of all, you want to know their context, the story situation the characters deal with in the story, and then what's that character's intention or goal, because that's going to help you conflict with your detective's goal. And then you can do the physical details. And of course, you want to have each character's secrets and the lies that they tell to keep those secrets secrets. If you're going deep, you may want to know their personal wound. You want to know the backstory about the wound. You may need to know that as the author. That doesn't mean you need to put their backstory in your mystery story itself. Another thing that's really important is the character's relationship to the other characters in your story. All right, so my suggestion for your supporting characters is that you create a character hierarchy. Not every character has equal importance in your mystery. So spend some time with the background of the main supporting characters, like the sidekick or partner, if you have one. The suspects, you really want to know a lot about the suspects. Um, and you want to limit the number of suspects to 5 to 8. Eight's kind of the maximum. Otherwise, your reader's going to lose track of who's who. Um, and if you have an opponent for your detective, um, this is not the perpetrator. This is just somebody who gives your detective a lot of trouble in their everyday life. Of course, you want to know the villain, the perpetrator, and you also want to know the victim. You need to know a lot about your victim because whatever that victim did is what caused the perpetrator to kill them. So limit your time with minor characters who appear once or twice. A simple trick is to give them an identifying characteristic like a limp or a rasping voice or a stutter or extra rosy cheeks, so readers quickly remember them when they appear 80 pages later, but you don't have to go into a lot of background detail about them. This is one time when the physical details work as a aide memoir for your readers. So just remember, the play's the thing. Shakespeare is a great guideline for us all. When you decide each character's place in the context of the story and build on their story importance, you'll create characters that influence the story and keep your readers engaged. Okay, that's pretty much what I had to say today about supporting characters. And just remember to unpack them, give them those extra details, and make them feel real, and create a hierarchy so that you spend more time on the more important supporting characters in your story. And of course, keep writing. All right, thanks for being here.